Hello everyone and welcome to episode number 1 of North Stars Noise for the 2017 OLA Senior B lacrosse season for your Owen Sound Senior B North Stars. A celebration year for the Stars. 50 years the North Stars have been in existence, and a lot of great stuff planned for this season for the North Stars. So the season well underway. We have the North Stars have 3 games under the belt already. They started off in Kitchener against the expansion Kitchener-Waterloo Velocity, and that was a couple of weeks ago. And the Stars came out on top by a score of 9-3. Scott DiFrancesco with a pair, Rob Milnes with a pair, rookies Zach Coulter and Lachlan Elder with a goal each. Brett Klopfer, Matt McLeod, and Jordan Van Dam, newcomer from Wallaceburg, picking up singles in that game. Then we move on to the next game, which was in Brooklyn. The Brooklyn Merchants were last year's league champions, and the North Stars came out on top on this one by a score of 8-6. Big game for the North Stars there. Unable to get all of the stats, but I can tell you that Scott DiFrancesco had a pair, and Zach Tompkinson also had a single goal in that game. Now moving on to this past Saturday night, home opener in Owen Sound, huge crowd on hand. And I got to tell you, you're going to see the highlights from this one, but it's probably one of the best played lacrosse games. It had everything. We're probably one of the best games that I've seen in a very long time. And if this is what we have to look forward to from this year's Owen Sound North Stars, you need to get yourselves down to the arena and watch. So let's take a look at the highlights from that one. Isaac's in all alone, score!
That's a goal. Tom Montour is the second leading scorer in the league.
Roger Weiss scores. Roger Weiss, don't let him, you can't give him any room. Shot and scores. My goodness. Number 6, Dan Miller. Here comes Six Nations, 2-on-1. Isaacs scores. Comes number 37, that's Lachlan Elder. Elder scores! Dempsey all by himself. He fires, scores! Over to the far side, Robbie Milnes to Clover.
Oh boy.
And here's Rob, scores! Ah, McLeod is looking symbolic. Milnes scores! There
Robbie
you go.
Milnes has done it.
More. Comes out front, DiFrancesco shot, scores! All alone in front and scores. You're not going to leave number 81 all by himself. DiFrancesco inside, scores! Number 16, Zach Coulter. 4-0. There's DiFrancesco to scores, Matt McLeod.
Now Matt finally got his shot away, low and a foot off the floor. Well, sometimes the guy gets to be a bit of a prima donna when he gets it.
Shot scores! Brett Clover. All right, Six Nations doing everything they can. Oh, there's a goal. Number 81, Roger Weiss. Weiss with it, plays it back over. Here comes Montour, into Weiss, scores. Over to Montour, back to Weiss. Here comes the shot, scores. They tie it up. The shot away, it was number 66. That was Marcus Elvin. Scores! Number 10, Kim Squire. Now, as you saw, a lot of goals on that night. Six Nations would come out on top by a score of 9-8 in overtime. But what a game it was. And I can tell you, for Owen Sound, 8 different goal scorers for Owen Sound. Lachlan Elder, Phil Dempsey, Rob Klopfer, Rob Milnes, Scott DiFrancesco, rookie Zach Coulter with his second of the year, Matt McLeod, and Brett Klopfer would score for Owen Sound. Interestingly enough, by the 13:50 mark of the first period, the Six Nations Rivermen had a 4-0 lead, and it looked like it was going to be a really long night for the North Stars. late in the period, 25 seconds apart, 2 breakaways, one by Lachlan Elder, the next one by Phil Dempsey to bring the North Stars to within 2 at 4-2 to end the first period. Then the North Stars would go on to open up an 8-5 lead on Six Nations. All right, now, as you can say, the ebb and flow in this game, just amazing. So Owen Sound leading 8-5. Roger Weiss, the North Stars did a decent job of containing him for most of the night, but you can't stop Roger Weiss leading the league in scoring. He's amazing. Anyway, Weiss would score to make it 8-6. Then the North Stars ran into some penalty trouble. They picked up a couple of penalties. It was a 5-on-3 for Six Nations. They were able to tie it up, and then in the overtime, Six Nations would finish it off. Again, the final by a score of 9-8. But man, what a game, and the crowd. I don't know how many people were there, but I can guarantee you it was the largest crowd that's been out to an Owen Sound Senior B North Stars game in the 2 years that we've been covering the North Stars. Tons of excitement that night. You sure need to get out and check out these North Stars. They have just an amazing game that night. Now, Rogers is offering something new. Normally, well, actually, the way it is, people in the Channel 53 Grey County region will see the games live. All right, so now what's happening is that the following day after the game, as you can see on your screen, Rogers will put the games on YouTube, on the Rogers YouTube channel. You'll be able to watch, for example, the Six Nations game is posted on there now for $2.99 pay-per-view. You'll be able to go to that address, rogerstv.com/senior-lacrosse, and you'll be able to see this game in its entirety. And you know what? I encourage you to do it, because we showed you the goals, but there was a ton of stuff that went on in that game that was so exciting, and it made the whole experience. So it's worth the $2.99 to take a look. There's the address again. And I'll be posting it on my Facebook page as well, and promoting it from there. So if you miss out on the address, well, actually, we're on the internet. You can just run it back and catch the address again. But again, you'll be able to see all of the North Stars home games this year on the internet the following day or the day after that, and it'll be posted there for the entire season. So, all right. Is it stats time, Mark? We're going to look at some, how about the North Stars leading scorers? All right, North Stars leading scorers after, okay, we're missing the third game. They've actually had 3 games this year, but again, the league website is not updated to the point. So after 2 games, Scott DiFrancesco leading the way with 9 points for Owen Sound, Rob Melns with 6, and Owen Sound again getting some good rounded scoring. You see the rookies in there, Zach Holter, Lachlan Elder, those 2 with a pair of goals each so far this year. Now maybe take a look at the league standings as for what we have at this point. All right, Six Nations Rivermen really strong at 4-0 right now. The Oakville Titans having a good start at 3-1. North Stars sitting at 2-1 for 4 points. And Brooklyn, Ennismore, and the KW Velocity still looking for their first wins of the season. Now, if we have the league's leading scorers. All right, league's leading scorers, we got Brandon Muse from Oakville leading the way with 23 points. Roger Weiss, who's always near the top, after 3 games, 16 points. Take a look down the list. One notable, Tom Montour, who last year was a North Stars killer. The North Stars kept him off the score sheet on Saturday night, frustrated him so badly that near the end of the third period, Tom got himself an early shower, went after goalkeeper Tyler Glebe, and a tussle ensued. Again, another good reason to spend that $3 to watch this game. And Tom got himself kicked out of the game, but Owen Sound doing a great job at containing him in that game. So I guess next, reach the Stars. And our very first guest or feature player for the 2017 season, Dean Nixon. Dean's had a little time off. He got a 3-game suspension at the end of last year, so we'll be seeing him in the next home game in action. But let's hear what Dean had to say to the 10 questions. All right, question number 1. What or who inspired you to start playing lacrosse?
A guy from my hometown, Durham. He's about 5 years older than me. He actually played in Owen Sound, and he gave me a stick at a yard sale, and kind of just took off from there.
What's his name?
AJ Grant.
AJ Grant, yes, we know that name. Okay, number 2. Now, I had a little contest online, and this is a question from a fan. Braden Dyer wants to know, do you hope to play in the NLL someday?
Yeah, that'd be nice. I might have missed my prime, but if that came along, I wouldn't turn it down.
All right, number 3. One player, past or present, that you'd like to play alongside?
My first coach for the Junior Bs was Jamie Grimmelby, and he's a local Owen Sound legend. It would have been nice to play with him.
All right. Okay, in a war, which teammate would you like to have fighting alongside of you?
Probably our captain, Tyler Gibbons. He's a fighter, he's scrappy, and he showed me a lot of stuff. So if I could play, he'd be the guy I pick.
All right, and the best team you've ever played on? It could be minor lacrosse?
Actually, last year with the Senior Bs, we had a really good season and won a first round of playoffs in a long time, and that was probably the best team I played for.
Okay, your favorite pregame meal?
Probably pasta and chicken.
All right, and teammate with the strangest pregame ritual?
Robbie Milnes likes to smoke a dart before games, and that one never really made sense to me.
Guy Lafleur used to smoke a pack a day, I think. All right, let's see. North Stars are turning 50 years old this year. How special is that to you and to the team?
It's pretty great. I've only ever played for one team, and that's Owen Sound for lacrosse, so to be part of 50 years is pretty special.
All right. Okay, any message that you'd like to send to the fans as to what they can expect from this year's team?
We got a pretty tough team, and we don't give up, so whatever it takes to win, I'm pretty sure the boys will do that.
Okay, and finally, anyone you'd like to say hello to? This is on the internet, so everybody will see it.
My little sister, Gabby, she comes to every game, so she's a big fan.
And I want to thank Dean Nixon for doing that for us. I don't know how Robbie Milnes is going to feel about the fact that he exposed the fact that Robbie likes to smoke a cigarette prior to each and every game, but I guess the two of them can deal with that. All right, just another, the second question there that I asked, I ran a little contest on Facebook and giving the fans a chance to ask the players a question. And Braden Bartley Dyer, 10 years old from Owen Sound, sent in the question and asking if the players strive to play in NLL someday. So by using his question, Braden won a couple of tickets to Saturday night's game against Six Nations. Braden and Uncle Ryan went down to the game. And kind of like the story when I started playing lacrosse, it was the North Stars that inspired me to pick up a stick when I started playing. That's exactly what's happened here with Braden Dyer. Yesterday, Braden convinced his mom to sign him up with Owen Sound Minor Lacrosse. They scrambled, and at the last minute, they were able to get Braden signed up with Owen Sound Minor Lacrosse. So thanks to the Owen Sound Senior B North Stars, your influence has Braden Dyer now playing lacrosse. So maybe I might be too old by the time he ends up, and he might be answering some of the questions himself someday as a member of the Owen Sound Senior B North Stars. So good luck with your lacrosse career, Braden. And another thing I'd like to mention, the North Stars, as part of their 50-year celebration, are extending an invitation to any North Stars alumni who would like to come out to an event on June the 17th. All right, so they're asking any and all North Stars alumni to please contact them either via the anyone from the executive or on the Facebook page. Look for the Owen Sound Senior B North Stars, or you know, you could even leave a comment on this show, and I'll make sure that I get the information to the executive. So again, June the 17th, the North Stars want to hold an alumni event and honor all of those, or anybody that's played for the North Stars over the last 50 years. All right, that's going to do it for this week's show, and we'll see you next week on North Stars Noise.